everybody! I'm Fiera Luna, and I play games on the internet. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by, and if you've been here before, welcome back! Today we're playing Pokopia. Yeah, that one. We're playing Pokopia. It's gonna be a great time, chat. Oh, look, it's my Mew. I have been building environments. I've been going through and systematically building them, as well as I can. Hey, Gengar. Ooh, C.Lamp. Gib. I do want that. Give me. Oh, it's 2,000. That must mean it's one of those relics that I hear so much about. Like the Gyarados thingy. Boy, oh boy. Oh boy. Well, I've got enough glass. I'm gonna use a lot of... Wait, no, I'm foolish. Chat, do you know what I've got even more of than that? Honey. This is worth 20 honeys. You'll have to bear with me, everybody, on account of I ate a bunch of spicy food before stream like a silly person. I know better than that, but I went swimming in the ramen broth again. Yay! Okay. Oh, I got Bubbly Basin up to level 10. I almost forgot. I did it. I got it up to level 10. It's very exciting for me personally. There's still a recipe there that I need. And I'm sad that I do not have it because it's for the chain lamp. And I love that thing. It looks so good. It looks so heckin' good. Anyway, hi Val. Hello everyone. Thank you for the lurk. You guys know the deal. I am very lurker friendly. You all may hang out here at your leisure. I am trying to be back on regular schedule. It is very busy in the science. The science is very busy. Just trust. We're doing our best here. Did I build an environment here? Yes. Yes, I did. Where did I put it? Hey, Cacnea. Wait, I know where I put it. I know right where I put it. It's over here. There might be nothing there. There might be something there! I have to check Bleak Beach. Because I put a bunch of things there. Hello. Hello, Pomote. You. Nobody is gonna hurt you here. You can sleep here. This is a tiny little cafe for you specifically and only you. It would have been part of that cafe over there, but I decided I needed to set you here instead. So you may stay, little buddy. Okay. Now. Bleak Beach. Oh, there's logs! I forgot to pick up the logs. Ow. One of these days I'm going to take everything that litters and I'm going to put it all in one spot and I'm going to give them each their little individual houses so that they can litter outside because that's what they do when you do that. And then I will have just a line of littering Pokemon. Littering everything. Also, tonight's very crunchy snack is actually secretly senbei. I had spicy ramen, so I'm hoping that the sweet and salty deliciousness of these little senbei crackers will help. Now we go up! Because potentially, up here somewhere. I really should do something with this space. This space looks really cool. It looks like there's even like a farm just hanging out there. I could make something out of this. I could make something really exciting and fun. What we're looking for, chat, is a Pelipper. None of this is a Pelipper. Why must I suffer these injustices? Alright, what else have I got? Oh, right! I meant to look for Illumies too. Or no, not Illumies, Volbeat. I don't have one because they're rare. Volbeat, Pelipper. I don't remember where I put that vending machine break area, but I think it is also on this map. Whoop! I wonder something. Ditto, please. Nope, that's a breezy flower bed. Okay. Wait, Snorlax, there's a food I can feed you that'll make me more likely to see rare Pokemon. If I'm searching out Pokemon, I should feed you that food. But what is it? Chad, I need to look this up. Don't need feathers. Spicy food to befriend more Pokemon. Okay, crouton salad or bread bowl is kind of the one. Okay, so we need to make bread and then we need to make a crouton salad. I did not experiment with food very much. What is it, huh? And or Grimer? This is Grimer. He likes looking at the moon. Which is good because it's close to us. Hi, hello, what do you need? Okay. Why did Phoebus move into all the Poke Centers after I was like, oh man, it's so nice that Phoebus isn't in all the Poke Centers? Why did this happen to me? If I did put it, I put it over here. I did put it. Or at least I put one here. I think the other one's in Pallet Town. Alright. Then we gotta make a crouton salad. Easiest place to do that is actually... No! That's the wrong house! Hi Maxwell! Hi Rice! Hello everybody! Ooh! Is it good? VC has elected me as the video streamer tonight. I cannot hear you, but I'm here in spirit. That's okay, Val! Hang on, I'll actually type. Really? So the new Ghost in the Shell is a lot more like the manga than SAC. I like SAC, don't get me wrong, but I read the manga first. That also means I read Arise first. Actually, no, I think I read Arise after I read SAC, or after... Yeah, okay, no, I remember the order of events. I read Ghost in the Shell, and then I saw SAC, and I liked that quite a bit, even though it wasn't really quite the same. And then I read Arise, because I wanted more content, more delicious Ghost in the Shell, and Arise was very different than I was expecting, because I was still primed on SAC. And then I saw Second Gig, and then I got hold of the movie. No, we were going to Rocky Ridges so we can feed a Snorlax. I'm getting bapped. What will I do? Side note, I didn't actually know there was a new Ghost in the Shell. Whoops. No, I want to cook. I want to cook a bread. I want to cook a watermelon bread. Oh, that is actually a new bread. Yes, watermelon bread. I got my watermelon! I made a loaf of watermelon bread! Oh, that's actually something! I'm gonna do it again! Wait, can I make... sweetbread made of watermelon. Oh, okay, no. Sea grapes don't do anything by themselves. Oh, I still have a whole plate of curry and rice. Nice. A leaf. A bread. A mystery food. I've been freed from video streamer. Okay. Yeah, I can recommend the new series. It's on Prime, though, which is a really big drawback. I have Prime. Aquarium staff likes it. Because if they don't want to go out places, or they can't go out places, or they need something really weird, a lot of times Amazon has it for them. And they're like, yeah, I needed a really weird thing. And I'm like, neat, can I have a really weird thing? And they go, if it's bones again, no. And I go, it's not bones again. And they go, what is it? And I go, it's teeth. And then they still don't let me have it. But teeth aren't bones. They keep telling me that, and I keep believing them. And I know they're not allowed to give bones out. I learned that from the Bone Witch of Tumblr fame. Chat, we're gonna build a real temple to Mosslax. I think that's what we'll do with today. We'll build a real temple to Mosslax. Okay. What have we got to work with? I want it to be very high and vaulted. I want there to be lots and lots of lights in the ceiling. Whoops, doodle. I want to preserve this mossy business. Like, as it is. Chad, I think I might put the graph paper to work, actually, for this one. We have flat glass as well now, so we can put flat glass up on the roof. I have an idea! I have such a good idea. I have such a good idea. I need to write it down, chat. I need to write it down. Okay, I can actually erase a bunch of stuff I needed for my concrete city that's in the underground that I am still working on. It's gonna be so good, chat. It's so good already. It's gonna be amazing. You guys will see. I need more cyan paint, which means I need to go down there anyway. Come back! I need that. Wah. Wah. I don't want to eat the chalk. The chalk pen. It's not delicious, chat. I have crawled onto the side before to erase things, and I can assure you that chalk is not tasty. I know, because I have to use my tentacles to erase things, and my tentacles are full of taste buds. Those little suckers on there, taste buds. Would you like to taste chalk on but your tongue things? No. Okay, chalk pen. Okay. Moslax Temple. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Hang on. I must keep the existing shape. I got the temple recipes. Oh, that's new. I got these. And I've got this. I don't need the stately flooring for this, but the stately wall and the stately wall and the stone accent wall would be really good for this. But the important thing is that the ceiling needs to be colorful glass. Pixel art of something. Maybe the sun, maybe something else. I don't know yet. But we'll figure that out. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Oh, wow. I'm literally missing a single recipe from in here. I wonder what it could be. Is it like a fence? Oh, by the by, I can build a submarine. I have all the nice things for a submarine. I know what this is. It's the hanging light that I want. Don't know what I'm missing. Oh, one of them is the arrow sign right, and I don't know what that is. I'm missing a bunch of miscellaneous. A bed. Or a dresser. It might be an imperial dresser. But I have a bunch of shop fridges and stuff. So that's fun. Anyway, that's not what I'm here for. Okay, yeah, I think I know what I'm gonna do for this. We're gonna make Moslax a temple. Oh wait, yeah, I fed Moslax so that I could check in on the habitats that I built up here. I might be a little too close for anything to spawn in them right now, but I'll go take a look anyway. It checks every 5 minutes. But I think I'm too close in the area for anything to spawn. Because if you're within sight distance of it, it tends to mean that they don't bother. I think I put another habitat besides Pomo in Pallet Town. But I don't remember. I know what I did. I put a bunch of habitats in Bleak Beach. There's a bunch of vending machine rest areas in Bleak Beach. There is a habitat I need, and it's tree-shaded flowers. And that is for one of the other ones that I need. Nature's Market. It's exactly one thing. Hi, Evie! Evie's such a cutie. Such a cutie. Chad, I have a problem, and it's that I have a bajillion build ideas, and I just cannot even... Oh, yeah, right. No, I did put this one here. Oh, that's Grubbin's house. Never mind. Okay, then yeah, I don't have any other ones here. You're literally the last one. Only in Pallet Town. That explains why I haven't found you. Okay, we need some flares. That's not looking very hydrated. In that it's looking too hydrated. Oh no, that does qualify as a hydrated flower bed. Okay, never mind, I'm leaving it. Oh, by the by, all my delicious vegetables are over here. I might harvest some someday. Oops. I tried to punch the flowers out. I know there's a bunch in Skylands that I'm just straight up missing because I've never even seen them nor seen their habitat or anything. And there's definitely at least a few in Pallet Town that I've never seen before either. Can I put water at the top of the slide? Is that a thing I can do? Aw, come on! I can put water there, though. That is not what I wanted. Oh well, There's a tree-shaded flower bed. Ditto. Ditto my son. Oh yeah, you guys might be wondering about that. Why I sometimes go, ditto my son! That is a very regional thing around here. You just call any unknown... Anytime somebody is doing a thing, and that thing is, perhaps, well, really, it's anything. Oftentimes you'll hear people go, you'll hear people call, whoa, no! Water! You hear people use my son like Southerners use, oh, I'm trying to think of a good example. You hear people use my son like people use, like my boy. But it's not quite the right vibe. Like, I don't know how to explain good. It's just a regional thing around here. You'll hear people be called that sometimes. Especially with the accent on strong. I've realized I don't know how to explain it at all, just that it's a thing. Oh no! I'm sorry that a lot of the non-Bondi kits are out on AliExpress, but also, yeah, I get it, it's AliExpress. Why can't I find a Pokemon? I am trying so hard. I'm going back to Bleak Beach, and I'm gonna sit there, and I'm gonna wait. I'm not actually gonna wait. I'm gonna sit there, and I'm gonna lie there like a lump. Like a lump on a bump on a log in a bog. I don't remember the whole song. Okay, Pokopia Pokedex. I have built places for so many things to live. Heck. Oh, right, I need to build a house for Igglybuff. And Tatsugiri! I probably need Tatsugiri. Let's see. Oh no, I've caught one Tatsugiri. All the different Tatsugiris are in here, but I have caught one. Igglybuff, I've never caught any! Mountain flowers, mushroom lamp, tree stump. Oh, we gotta go to, we gotta go to a different place for that. But since I am here... Going up, 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 ba da da da. Do 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 do. Ah. Ditto. Ditto, my boy. Ditto. Chat, Ditto's having a hard time. There is another vending machine set down here. I put it here. Nothing. Okay. Nope. Alright, to Rocky Ridges. Gotta make a home for an Igglybuff. Igglybuffs are little and also cute, and also they are common. So here's the thing. The game rolls every 5 minutes on whether a Pokemon shows up in an environment across the board, as far as I know. And I don't remember the exact calculations, but they will all eventually show up. It just takes a lot of time. Oh, hello. She gave me a thing. Okay. Is there a mushroom lamp in there? Can I just take that? Or is it just glowing mushrooms? Oh, it's just glowing mushrooms, but that's fine. I can make it into a mushroom lamp. Oh, Professor, actually, I have something I need you to appraise. I know you love appraising things. Professor? Look at this! I don't know what it is, but look at it. Tell me what it is. Go. Can you do all of them? Could be anything. These are things humans used. Thanks, Professor. I'm glad he can appraise multiple things. It makes me happy. Yes. Oh, a horsey fountain and a Wobbuffet Wiggler. What are these sunken relics? Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to give you just one. I meant to give you both of them. A restaurant sign. That's cool. I can put it on the restaurant. Yes. Man. A cycle shop sign. We got shop signs! We can make another bike shop if we want. No, I'm all good. Should make a restaurant for the underground. What do you guys litter? Oh, iron. That's fun. That'll be rare. Pokemetal. I was here for a reason. I can't just leave. Chad, I almost wandered off. See, this is why Val gets to make fun and be like, Fier, how did you not notice? How did you not notice at all? And I'm like, I don't know. Don't know. Why aren't there any flares back here? I thought I left some. Well, it looks like I did not. It's fine. I know where I have a bunch of flares. I do just have to leave. Okay. I know my basement city doesn't have any Pokemon in it, but what if I put a single Pokemon down there? Just one. Or just all the babies. Every baby. It would be so funny. It would be so cool. Now, if I go back here, this will be the things that take time to grow. There should be... Oh yeah, there's a few mountain flower seeds in here. I'll take these ones, because I only need 4. And they don't necessarily have to be purple. Actually, while I'm down here, does this mean I can go get a mushroom lamp? I didn't put mushroom lamps in there. I put them over here, I think. I did. Now I shall need a Pokemon, but with Grow. Oh, I need to harvest those raspberries too. Whoopsie doodle. Oh, I finished the house, chat. I don't know if I showed you guys, but I did do it. I did finish it. The farmhouse. Sploop. I'm gonna have to start adding power soon. I need to harvest another Eevee Dream Island, or like 2, and I'm just so eepity-beepity of doing that, and I don't want to, but I have to, because I need to finish off all the ground. But the farmhouse is furnished inside. I need to put a light over the door. I forgot to do that. Actually, I'm right here. I can just do that. I was sure I had, like, the Animal Crossing style, like, hang over the door light, but apparently we don't have that. Oh, I know what I've been doing. I've been using the pop art lamp and just hooking it to a piece. Guess I could make a little awning. Or just hang lanterns. Yeah, I can hang a pair of lanterns, I think. I did want something in the middle here, but I think this will do. Yeah, that'll do. I suppose I could have technically put street lamps here, but I don't want street lamps on the farm. I didn't mean to knock down those spear berries, but I guess I have them now. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. It is faster for me to just return home up to Withered Wasteland. I don't know why I decided to put this super well-organized city down here, but it's going to be really cool when it's done, I promise. Oh, wait. Yeah. That'll do. That'll keep them in berries for a while. No, I made a spot to put this Igglybuff in Rocky Ridges, and by golly, I'm gonna put this Igglybuff in Rocky Ridges. I can do this. I can do it. I believe. Why haven't any Pokemon shown up for me? Anyway, I have, once I have Igglybuff's outfit made, place made, then it's the next bunch. I know I have Magmortar because I took a picture of him, and I know I have Magmar. And I think I have Magby. I do have Magby because I have Magby in Pallet Town. I don't know. Fido's so cute. Let's keep on being nice to each other. Okay. Alright, Igglybuff. Let's look at exactly how to make that habitat. Huh. Oh, I already have what I can find there. Interesting. Hydrated graceful flowers is a thing. Interesting. No! Oh. I know what you might be thinking. Because I'd be thinking it too. Pierre, what are you gonna do with that? Well, I'm gonna have something around here somewhere that knows grow. Right? I must have a critter that knows grow on this map. Well, that's easy enough to find out, actually. Oh, what's my next reward? Simple pillar quarter. In this area. Grow. Victory Bell and Dartrix. Dartrix? I have a Victory Bell in this area? Oh wait, yes I do, because the Victory Bell lives over here. Ah! Chad, I've located my graceful flowers. I figured out where they all went. Eh? Oh! Minin! Hi, yes, I did make this house. What if I can get Plusle? Exposure to electricity from Minin and Plusle promotes blood circulation and relaxes muscles. Yeah, I'll bet your blood circulates right outside your body. I know exactly what I need to build for you for a house, Minin. I need to drop everything and build a house for this little man. And his bestie. Tiny little house, though. Teensy house. I can build with glass. Oh, that's probably not actually 30 secretly. Actually, I think I want automatic doors. No, I'll leave it like this. Stylish door can stay. Hi, Murkrow. Oh. That'll make it less big on the inside. I don't want that. Oh, right. Wait a minute. No, I guess I kind of have to go with it that way. I don't know if this is going to qualify as a house when I put the door in. It did! Woo! Let's go! House time! Literally going to build them a glass house. And if Puzzle and Meenan don't like it, they can throw stones. Sure hope they like it. Oh, I don't have enough. It's definitely more than 10. Where's my other glass? It was exactly 10. Well darn. Huh? Oh, you've got to be squidding me. Oh, that qualifies as a block. Well, you know what? Hold on. If this qualifies as a block, and it does, then I can stand on... Yeah, okay, I can stand on that. I can put stuff all over that. I don't know what I'll put, but I can. Like signs. Like power posts. Magical power poles. Okay, they like a bright environment. So we're gonna make a couple more mini generators. We're gonna make a bright environment for our little friends. Gaming! I need to give them the gamer things. They want... Where are you, Meenan? Oh wait, you're Bleak Beach, aren't you? Technically. There you are. Great. Electronics, glass stuff, soft stuff, cute stuff, group activities, spicy flavors. I got plenty of electronics and bright stuff. We're gonna screen max this little guy. Observe the gamer in his natural habitat. Oh yeah, you need a desk also. Where'd it go? Oh, there. I'll take the industrial desk. And then I want a big fluorescent on the ceiling. Why not? Oh, I probably should put a stair there. Or literally anything else. Oh, right, there's nothing. Nothing going in the corners here. Oh, for crying out loud. So hard to place things in glass houses. It's almost like I on purpose did this to myself accidentally. No! Ditto! Ditto! Please! Thank you. I hope this qualifies as bright enough for these little fellas. Meenan! Get in here, little buddy. Wanna live here? You bet I'm sure. Lots of glass, lots of bright lights. He seems like he likes it. Oh, right, I needed I went up there specifically to get a Pokemon with Grow, and then I did not do that thing I said. Because Dartrix lives up here. Come here, you. First, I'm gonna eat my curry and rice. Doesn't power anything up, but it does fully recover my, Oh, new glasses! I bet they look really cool! Dartrix, you better be able to follow me. You can fly. We can find an Igglybuff there. Bye, Dartrix. One more quick check of Bleak Beach. Oh, you've got glasses. I bet they look cool. Mine look cool. They're very fancy and I can make them look different if I want to. Oh, I got a new ice cube tray in chat. You know how much I love change. I don't hate change, but I don't love it. The cubes are different and they're smaller and that makes them melt faster. And you'd think that wouldn't be how it works, but it is. I don't like that. See, the problem is I had the perfect ice cube trays, but for inexplicable reasons they keep breaking. It's because sometimes when I take them out, I don't remember to refill them, and sometimes aquarium staff is like, oh, I can help with that, but they don't know how water works. Or maybe they do, and they just don't pay attention. But they overfill the trays sometimes, and then the trays snap and explode. And so I used to have 4, and now I only have 2. So I'm testing backups. If that's a trace of a Pelipper, I will fight somebody. It sure is! I know that's a Pelipper. I'm looking. With my eyes. Very hard. To find a Pelipper. And yet... You'll note. No Pelippers. Chat, we're gonna make more crouton salad, apparently. Distinct lack of pelipers around here. Alright, let me check the tree-shaded grass in Pallet Town, and then we will swap over to the more different other game. Where'd I put it? Oh no. Lemon! Lemon! Where is it? Uh-oh. Okay, I found it again. Need to put my shortcut. I had to do some fussing with, I had to do some fussing with Citra to get it to work again. And it was very scary because I couldn't find it and I got upset and scared. And I thought I was never gonna be able to finish the video game I was playing. I had so many games and I thought we wouldn't be able to finish them and I got scared and upset. But it's okay, because I have the best mod around. Nope, nothing here either. Yeah, okay. Is that the right one? Looks like it's the right one. Ah! Hang on. There we go. It's not showing. It is! Okay. Okay, chat, if I have done this correctly, then this should still work. And it should work exactly the way that it is supposed to. And the way that it always has. But it took me a lot of fussing and finagling, and... it's puzzle time! Okay. This is a little loud, though, I can tell. Hang on. I know there's a spot in here. No, that did nothing. Well, chat, just remind me later that my game is usually set to 15. Or negative 15. Is that better? That looks like the usual level where it's at. Maybe a little low, actually. That looks roughly like the usual level it's at. Where's my controller? Oh my golly. Wait, why did I pick up my controller? This is a touchscreen game. Oh, I did it right. I'm so good at everything, chat. I'm amazing at everything. Well, so much for a fun evening at home. The knights came and crashed our party. They were shouting all about a witch and a witch trial. Talk about coming out of left field. They arrested Espella and dragged her to the courthouse under suspicion of being one of those witches they mentioned. And if she's found guilty, oh, you know, they'll only throw her into a pit of fire. They're joking, right? And this is where we're at, chat.
Well then, we will now continue with the trial of Espella Cantabella.
Right, we were midway through the trial, chat. I will remember what we're doing when we get control of Phoenix and I start looking at my evidence. I roughly remember where we're at. Oh boy. A group of witnesses huddling up before a joint testimony in a witch trial. You can't make this stuff up.
Inquisitor Barnum, if I may ask you a question.
Yes, my lord?
We now have 5 witnesses on the stand, so I must ask, why was this obnoxious-looking man left out in your initial group of witnesses?
Baldy's right, Barnum! That's just cold-blooded!
There is but one reason, my lord. I did not know this witness even existed.
Eh?
You, sir, failed to come forward. When we were asking for witnesses for this very trial, you were nowhere to be seen.
Well, that's because I didn't hear a peep about it. I ain't usually around at night except for maybe at Rogue's Tavern. Sorry, Rouge's Tavern.
So, you're basically telling us that you were up all night drinking.
Humph! Anyway, it's all water under the bridge now, as far as I'm concerned. Just leave the rest to yours truly. Ha 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 ha! He strikes me as a man who laughs like a pirate.
During the last interrogation, the defender brought forth some surprising proof. Namely, that there was a little possibility the accused could have used magic. I have never heard such a claim. It must be the doing of this logic.
What rubbish! Logic, you say? I ain't got a clue what that is. But I do know that this bread bacon baker ought to be back to the bakery.
Eloquently said.
Oi, Gramps! Give me and me partners over here a chance to speak. You want to know how this witch managed to be holding that scepter, don't ya?
Oh! When you say Gramps, you wouldn't mean me, would you?
I fail to see anyone else matching such a description. Wordsmith, sir, you have the biggest beard. You are the oldest man. You are older than the judge. Well, we'll show you she's a witch. I'll bet my Snowy's beautiful white coat on it. On guard. Hide. All right, team, let's do this. Witnesses. Of course.
Yes, well, let us proceed with the testimonies. Why do I feel like I've totally lost control of this situation?
It's okay, Phoenix. At least you're not making pudding at 3 in the morning. He could be making chocolate pudding at 3 in the morning. That's what I would do. Wah. It's clear as day. Espella is a witch. We are not backing down on this. Girl, your flowers. Why are you eating them? Girl, your hat. It's okay, she has her hat. But girl, your flowers! You are a flower seller!
When she dropped the lantern, the scepter was not yet in her hands.
The scepter must have been hidden by magic and carried on her back. The rogues grabbed her by the hand that held the lantern, so she must have had another way of holding the scepter. That's easy. The girl put the bucket down on the ground and picked up the witch's magic stick. It's okay, buddy. I know how it is when you can't get words out because it's hard. There's no way she put the bucket on the ground, though, because it's muddy on the one side.
So she had the witch's scepter behind her back. She then dropped the lantern and reached for the scepter after it fell. If that's the case, then it must have been possible for the accused to have used magic.
Bro, you really want to be convinced that she used magic. Like, this is bad. Thanks to this guy, now all the witnesses seem extra determined to pin this thing on Espella. They each harbor a shared anger towards witches and magic. Such is the cause of their strong desire to see a guilty verdict passed as quickly as possible. However, such confidence is undoubtedly bound to cloud their better judgment and thinking. Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think these guys mean any real harm, but they're all riled up. They don't even realize how distorted their idea of what happened tonight has become. At least, that's how it seems. This isn't good, Professor! The witnesses aren't thinking straight. They're completely blind to the truth.
Sir Baker, Sir Wright.
Yes.
You do not appear to be a mere simple baker, that much is clear. On the other hand, you are no ordinary defender either. Never before has a defender managed to clash and do battle with me here, on this battlefield, as an equal. Sir Blue Knight, this trial has not yet been decided. If there is any doubt in your interrogation, I will not hesitate to strike your case down where it stands. I understand. Defender, please begin your interrogation.
I know. I need to look at the court record. Oh, it was the lantern that's all splooshy. Wait, Mary brought it back to her farm, so maybe she cleaned it up. Let's see. I want to ask him why he thinks she set it down. Yeah, that's fine. I can't do anything about these.
Hold it!
She put the milk bucket down. That's right! I reckon if she did that, she'd have no problem holding that thing. But none of the other witnesses have said anything about seeing her put the bucket on the ground. But no one said a thing about not seeing her put the bucket down either. Oh, you guys all have something to say, huh? Let's start from the start.
Hang on!
Excuse me, Mr. Wordsmith?
What is it? Oh, boisterous blue one.
Tell me, what do you make of this witness's testimony just now? He has stated that the defendant put the bucket on the ground. The other witnesses never mentioned that.
Let me tell you something, young man. Long have I lived and prospered. In that time I have forgotten much. Dreams, aspirations, even love. I simply forgot about the milk bucket, like one would forget about a simple drop of water in the bucket that is life.
I still don't understand a single word that comes out of his mouth, Nick.
Sheesh. I guess it's back to the drawing board.
Maybe there is something about the bucket. Alright, listen, chat. I'm gonna try and present it. I can't exactly save in the middle, but it's fine. We're gonna just do it. I'm afraid what really happened is not quite so simple. What? What you talking about? It had only just stopped raining moments before the crime took place. As a result, the ground was very muddy. If Miss Cantabella really placed this bucket on the ground like you claim she did, then it should be caked with mud, just like the lantern was after it fell. Oh, it is the mud on the bucket, in that there isn't any. I'm so good at this. Well, I'd say that clears up your muddy testimony, wouldn't you? Well, hey, Barnum!
What?
You just gonna sit there looking pretty? Come on, give me a hand here.
Flattery will get you nowhere, witness. Other than perhaps to the dungeon.
Barnum! Barnum, you... Barnum! You can't save yet! You can't say that way!
At any rate, there is but one question we ought to ask. Why is there no mud on that bucket? To the witness with the goat, may I ask you that question?
Huh? Are you talking to us?
Indeed. You admitted to the court that you returned home with the milk bucket. Illegally, I must add. My, oh my. Such harsh words, Inquisitor. When you took the bucket home, you must have simply wiped the mud off the bucket, is that correct?
You know, now that you mention it...
No way. Don't tell me.
That milk bucket. Ah, that's right. I remember now. I don't know what was on the bucket was mud exactly, but it certainly was dirty. Before taking it inside with me, I remember wiping it clean with an old rag. Are you kidding me? Phoenix is right. She's got to be squidding him.
Oh, exceptional work, Inquisitor Barnum.
Right. It all makes perfect sense. See, we were right all along, weren't we, Inquisitor Barnum? Girl, pick me, teacher. That's what you are. Come on now. Stop eating your flares. Oh, I knew that sword weren't just for show, Barnum. You sliced his argument in two. Witness, Miss Mary. What is it? You're absolutely sure there was mud stuck to this milk bucket? Oh my, well, truth be told, I don't remember whether it was mud exactly. But I do remember cleaning the bucket off when I get home.
It would seem the defense has failed to disprove the witness's claims. Of that we can be quite certain.
That'll teach you, Bluey! You got that right. Do me a favor, will ya, Gramps? I want to change me testimony just a tiny bit.
I will allow it only if the witness refrains from name-calling in the future.
You got it, my lord. Well, all this court mumbo-jumbo has left me thirstier than a dog in a desert. Oh, he's still gulping. Poor Phoenix! Look at those sweat drops. He's still gulping away. How much does that tankard hold? Should we be trying him for witchcraft? That tankard ain't ever empty. The witch there was holding the stick. I even heard her say the incantation thingy. That's right, I witnessed it all.
Hold it!
Did you? But no one knows for sure if Miss Cantabella dropped that milk bucket on the ground. Because there's no mud on it. Is that what you're saying? Hey, we went over this already. We know the goat lady wiped off all the mud. However, Miss Mary doesn't clearly remember whether or not it was mud stuck on that bucket. We really don't remember. But maybe... I guess maybe there was mud on it. I mean, she couldn't hold the scepter without putting the bucket on the ground. Miss Mary, please give a definitive answer. You all done, Bluey? That all you want? 'Cause it ain't gonna help, you see? The five of us, we saw that witch, what that witch went and did. We saw it clear as day. Look at where's spinning around like a Katamari, like a random person on a Katamari map. Man, we need to play Katamari again. Chat, we are gonna play, we're gonna roll up roses. I don't know when. Well, we always roll up roses for New Year's anyway. Roll up roses for New Year's Eve again. And we're gonna keep rolling them. We're like halfway to the million, I think. I don't remember, but we're doing good. And we're gonna be rolling roses on a Switch 2 this year. I think we rolled roses on a Switch 2. Did we roll roses on a Switch 2 last year? I don't remember when the Switch 2 came out. I was there. I was there for it and I forgot. Wah. Excuse me, Mr. Earth to Gramps?
Defender, when you say Gramps, might you by any chance be referring to me?
No, of course not, Your Honor. Mr. Wordsmith, are you even listening?
I heard you quite clearly the first time, young man. These ears hear all. The crackling of the fire, the whispering of the crowd, and now your voice.
This song reminds me of Monster Sanctuary. It's got a very Monster Sanctuary vibe to instrument choice and, like, the song itself. The rhythms and stuff. I should play that again with you all. I know... Listen, I got a list of games to play, and I got a list of games to play that you guys haven't seen before. And things that I have been gifted that I need to play for all of you. Like Horse Magnifier! Chat, did you know I have Horse Magnifier now? I can magnify horses! I don't... Sometimes I don't know why... Sometimes I get overwhelmed by everybody being really nice and things to me about... And then I have games about it, and I don't know what to do. Because it's very sweet of all of you. If that's the case, then allow me to ask you a question. You were clearly deep in thought just now. Do you have something to say about this man's testimony?
Indeed so. I felt something was amiss. However, what that means I cannot say.
Amiss?
Witness, could you please tell us?
What precisely was amiss with this third-rate testimony from this third-rate witness? You're a third-rate duelist with a fourth-rate deck!
What a burn, Barnum. 5 heads are better than 1. 10 eyeballs are better than 2. As I listened to this man's testimony, I could not help but become aware of something most odd. Tonight, when the crime occurred, we all made haste to that terrible scene. The delicious scent of mid-evening dinner permeated through the air. The shadows of those present cast through the dim light. And yet, there were but 4 figures standing in the vicinity, myself included. 4? Hold on one second. You're saying that there were only 4 witnesses to the crime scene tonight? These eyes may be old, but they know what they saw.
Is something the matter, Miss Mary?
No, it's just that Snowy and I are trying to remember what happened at the time. I remember the flames erupting into the air, and that's when Snowy and I made our mad dash to save the precious milk. And when those 2 ruffians were set ablaze, the flames filled the area with light. In that sudden flash of light, we could see that there were other people around, besides ourselves. And that's when I saw them, the other people that scrambled to the scene along with us. I'm quite sure of it. There were only 4 of us at the scene of the crime.
Hold on, madame. What in the blazes is going on? We have 5 witnesses on the stand, all claiming to have witnessed tonight's events firsthand. That means we have 1 witness too many.
Oh no, Barnum, what will we do?
Don't be stupid!
Oh, you lot better stop speaking out of turn. All for one and one for all, eh? Remember? We all promised to take this witch down together, didn't we?
Well, it's not quite that simple. We saw what we saw.
Well, I say, it's all about the numbers. And I counted, I say. I'll have you know my counting is flawless. On nights when sleep eludes me, I can count sheep from moonrise to sunrise.
4 witnesses, 5 witnesses. What difference does it make? Things all started getting muddled when you showed up.
What the? You're saying it's my fault? I was there, you fool. Didn't I just finish saying that? My testimony is as strong as steel, even if it's not completely stainless. All right, witnesses.
Order! Order! I said order! What is going on here? You claim the number of witnesses does not add up. I've never paid
Blah!
I've never paid witness to such an outrageous conflict.
Leighton? There is but one answer to this puzzle. A single possibility.
What do you mean?
Without a doubt, magic must have been used at the scene of the crime. Furthermore, it would indeed appear that there were only 4 witnesses present at the scene. And yet, currently, we are faced with 5 witnesses testifying to the court. That certainly is quite a fatal contradiction, with only one possible answer. Would you not agree, Mr. Wright? The answer, it can't be. Is one of the witnesses the witch? I kind of remember. Or invisible. Well, out with this supposed answer, Sir Blue Knight. What is your explanation for the current number of witnesses? I think one of them is the witch. One of them must be, because, like, there can't be any other way around it. Because, like, okay, look. The Grand Grimoire has a vanishing spell, right? That stick had fire in it. And it had be invisible about it. So one of them is the witch. While it might seem far-fetched, the reality is actually rather simple. The real witch, and the real murderer in this case, is actually one of these 5 witnesses.
Yeah!
What? What?
What are those? What are those? What are those? You're telling us that the witch is amongst the group of witnesses. What utter rubbish. There's no possible way that such a claim could be true. That's right! You got a lot of nerve accusing one of us of being a witch! We've told you nothing but... We've told you nothing but the truth, yet you still have the gall to butter in such an outrageous accusation? Behold, behold, my trusty shield deflects your petty words like the petty words that they are!
Inquisitor Barnum? Yes, my lord? I would like to see a sketch of the crime scene at the time of the incident. Do you have one in your possession? Yes. Certainly, my lord. I have one here.
Okay. I requested it from the court illustrator, just in case. The court illustrator is really good, chat. Like, I mean, court illustrators in general are really good. And really quick.
Very well, witnesses. I would like each of you to mark your location at the time of the murder. Here on this crime scene sketch. Quickly now. The number of witnesses doesn't add up. It looks like we're getting somewhere now, but we haven't even scratched the surface of this case yet. And it's all thanks to this top hat wearing gentleman. Thanks, Layton! The court accepts this crime scene sketch into evidence. If one of the witnesses is the witch, that could only mean one thing. Somebody here isn't telling the truth. That would indeed appear to be the case, Mr. Wright. Listen well, sir. Wrong voice. Listen well, Sir Blue Knight. The path you tread now is a dangerous one. Claiming that a witch is among these most honorable witnesses is a serious accusation, should it prove to be a false one. You will find yourself at the other end of my sword. Do I make myself clear? Yeah. Listen, here's the thing. Barnum's not especially pretty. But that sword! He has the same thing, he has the same problem as Sylvain, where Sylvain's not especially pretty, as far as I'm concerned. But when you get into Sylvain, Fire Emblem Three Houses, when you get into Sylvain's backstory, you're just like, oh no! Oh, he's tragic. He's got strong, angry feelings. I love that for him. And Barnum has the vibe of a man who's like, I'm pursuing justice. And I like that. I like that for fictional men. Fictional people in general, really, but like... I like it. Huh? But that wasn't so much my suggestion. I mean, the gentleman here with the lovely top hat was the one who urged me to say it. It is the same thing, Sir Blue Knight. Indeed, it is the same thing, Sir Baker. It is the same thing, Mr. Wright. Oh boy. Now, ready your sword. Ready? Were you listening? You claim the witch is not the accused and that someone else at the crime scene was the true culprit. If what you say is true, then surely you can tell the court exactly where this person was at the time of the crime. Can you not? Come now, Sir Blue Knight. Only you can enlighten us as to who this real witch actually is. Sir Doughy Defender. Show us where the witch was at the exact moment the murder took place.
I'm gonna say, like, sort of there. Now, I know what you're thinking, chat. Why are you pointing at Espella? I'm not. Not trying to, anyway. Because of the magic vanishing spell? I'm pretty sure that this is where I want to be with this. If I'm wrong, then it'll accuse Espella and we'll get game over, but that's fine.
Got it.
The witch must have been standing here.
Objection.
Well, what's the meaning of this? Unfortunately for you, that spot has absolutely nothing to do with any of these witnesses.
Objection.
Inquisitor Barnum, I suggest you try taking a look at this. The Grand Grimoire? According to this tome, Ignaz summons a circle of flame with a 1-meter radius of the caster. Oh, it can't be any of them. Yeah, that's right. In other words, the witch had to have been within 1 meter of the flame when casting the spell.
Objection.
Well, of course. You needn't say any more, Sir Blue Knight. First off, notice that there is no one else in the area other than the accused. It should also be quite obvious from the sketch that there's clearly nowhere for anyone to hide.
Objection.
True, there aren't any hiding spots. However, there is one other possibility. If a witch wanted to stay hidden from sight... Most intriguing. Since you seem to love showing evidence, prove it! How was the witch able to hide in plain sight? This one. Invisible. Being invisible. This Talia Magica contains 2 magic gems. Ignaz and one other spell. That's right. The spell Demir. Demir. Ah! It cannot be! Yeah, it can. That's right. There was most certainly a witch present at the crime scene, only they were completely invisible. All thanks to the magic spell Demir. What foolishness is this?
Order! Order in the court! Defender, what are you getting at? I thought the witch used Demir to make the Talia Magica disappear.
Objection.
According to the Grand Grimoire, under the entry for Demir, it can cause anything the caster touches to vanish from sight. In other words, supposing the witch were holding the staff in one hand while touching a part of their body with the other, they would be able to make themselves disappear. Are you implying that that's the reason for the conflicting number of witnesses? Indeed it is. Which means, witnesses, someone amongst you is not disclosing the entire truth, and that person is the witch we seek. I believe this is the most probable scenario. Pretty sure it's the flower seller, TBH.
Honorable witnesses, you will testify to the court one final time. Tell us exactly what you saw and what you did not see at the scene of the crime.
How absurdly absurd. The purpose of this trial is to convict that girl of a crime, is it not? That's right! We're not witches! Witnesses, I ask that you listen. There's a witch mingling among you. That's right. I'm afraid you are all no longer brothers in arms. The true opponent here is within your own group. The real witch is one of these 5 witnesses, huh? Fine by me. Time to put an end to this trial. I believe in us, Phoenix! You wish to know where we were all standing tonight? It matters not! Would the flames not burn just the same? The flame? I never saw anything like it.
It quite literally left me speechless. I couldn't even so much scream. I heard the tiniest cry, and then when I turned around, the blighters were roasting, so I rushed straight over. I heard the incantation. Then the flames suddenly erupted. I'm certain of it. I only saw 3 people there with us. As I said. Chat, voicing Wordsworth makes me eepity beepity, apparently.
As I said, there were only 3 others present. Like that man there, who was stumbling around like a newborn calf.
Okay.
A most heinous act indeed. No small wonder these witnesses are so confused. A witch amongst the witnesses. What an utterly baseless claim.
I don't think so, Barnum. The only baseless claim in this case is Aspella being a witch. It's more than a little likely one of these witnesses is the culprit. These testimonies are bound to tell me who the real witch is. Yeah, I don't care what you're saying. Let me look at... I don't want to accidentally present the map. Honestly, I'm impressed she saw anything at all from there, but this is a small area. I suspect... Okay, chat, I've played this game before. I think it's the flower seller that's the witch. Because I think our man really did see what's going on, and he heard that tiny little gasp, and it wasn't... It wasn't like, wah! It wasn't even like, ee! It was, Demir! Oh, whoops. Wrong one.
Hold it!
The tiniest cry? Well, it might have been someone saying the incantation for that spell. Me memory's kind of hazy on that one. Scared me good, though. Never jumped up to me feet so fast in me life. Nearly had a heart attack, I tell ya. Jumped up? That's right. It was still raining cats and dogs, so being the resourceful chap that I am, I decided to doze under a tree for a bit.
Hang on!
Is everything all right, Mr. Wordsmith?
What was it that you want this time, young one?
Well, I just wanted to know if you had any thoughts on the testimony just now.
Ah, yes. Thoughts about slumbering under trees, you mean?
Slumbering?
I often find myself weaving the most intricate of dreams under that very tree. Yes, of course I could not nap tonight, not with that uncouth man usurping my special dreaming spot, could I?
Are you using this cross-examination to argue over a napping spot? Let us hope such arguments do not lead to any criminal acts in the future.
Witness, please continue your testimony.
Wrong way! Alright, let's press you, because you had something to say, so I'm curious. So, including yourself, there were a total of 4 witnesses at the crime scene, correct?
That is how it has come to pass.
By the way, what do you mean by stumbling around like a newborn calf?
Ah, yes. That man was as inebriated as he was loud. Quite the humorous sight it was, I dare say.
He must mean the witness permanently glued to his cup of whatever it is he's drinking.
When I saw the flames rise up into the sky, I wondered to myself, my word, whatever could that be? However, I could simply not walk over to check. My knees were a bit weak from the shock, you see. That's when the wobbly-legged gentleman came running over.
Alright. What do you got to tell me? His cup overfloweth! Is something the matter, mister? Look at it! It just keeps going! That bottle goes on forever, chat!
Mister! Oh, tone down the volume, Bluey!
That's my line. Sir Blue Knight, next time, please think before trying to press this witness.
Looks like this guy even managed to scare Barnum half to death. Now then, sir, about Mr. Wordsmith's testimony just now. He claimed you were stumbling around. What does he mean by that? I'm going to set the record straight right now. In no way was I stumbling around anywhere. I'd like to think of it more as staggering with style.
A responsible adult should know better than to go stumbling around in the dead of night.
Hey, look! I don't just go stumbling around like some clumsy idiot. I got more sense than that. But anyway, I kind of tripped over a large stone. I mean, you don't exactly see what's on the ground in front of you when you're running at full pelt, right? So, you could say I put my life out on the line, proving that you really need to watch where you're going when you run.
How courageous of you. Someone give this guy a medal. My lord, this testimony is a meaningless waste of everyone's time. Well, defender, is there a point to this particular line of questioning?
Is there anything worth pursuing here? What should I do? Question further! The witness stated earlier that he tripped over a large stone. Mister, I have one question for you. Why weren't you watching what was in front of you? Well, to be honest with you, it ain't much of a real reason, but something suddenly caught me attention out of nowhere. I sorta heard someone call out me name.
You heard your name?
Of course, turned around when I heard it. Why wouldn't I? When a woman calls your name, you pay attention, am I right?
So you heard someone call out, "Hey you," from behind, you mean?
What? I said they called out me name! How many guys do you know called "Hey you"? Me name is Amir! And don't you forget it, Bluey, you hear me?
I must say, this gentleman really does not strike me as an emir.
You know, Professor, it's not a very memorable name, huh?
That's harsh.
Amir is a name that I associate with, like... Amir is a name that I associate with Middle Eastern fairy tales. Specifically.
Honorable witness, is there anyone among you... Honorable witnesses, is there anyone among you who was aware of this man's name prior to now?
Not at all. He's always just been Mister to me. A knight's name is only as good as the name of the sword he carries.
Well, it's the first I have heard of this.
I dare say I did not expect his name to be one such as Amir. One of the proto-frames in Warframe is named Amir. Fun! I'm sorry, but I didn't know his name either. I only remember the names of my most loyal customers. Thanks, Kira! Okay, to be fair, her name is literally Kira. I think she is our Kira. So, I have a sneaking suspicion. Okay. Looks like absolutely no one knew this witness's name. You know, it ain't really much of a surprise to me either. He seems like he's gonna be worried about his money. Me money! SpongeBob, me boy, me money! Etc. I can't ever I'm not gonna strike Mr. Krabs, you guys know that. But seriously, I definitely heard someone call me name. When you get to be my age, you really start to wonder when you'll find that true love, you know? I thought that pretty voice tonight might have been me sweetie. ... dots all around, even the judge. Oh wow, even the crowd. This poor man.
Your Honor, I don't believe we should be so quick to label Mr. Amir's testimony meaningless. Would you not agree?
I request that the witness add this amusing anecdote to his testimony.
Understood. Witness, amend your testimony, but please reflect only the important points of your story.
Oh, I'm telling ya! I heard someone call me name, and I was looking around trying to find them. Are we... Oh, we're going through testimony again. I think what we're supposed to be lining up is that what he heard was Demir. But I don't know if I'm meant to present that here or later or what. Oh, right. I guess I could just press him.
Hold it!
Excuse me, Amir. Don't sweat it, Bluey. Mr. Hey you, it's all the same to me. You stated that you heard your name being called from behind. Are you absolutely sure about that? Well, right or wrong, it sounded like me name. I mean, what else could it have been? I wouldn't have remembered it happening if I hadn't heard something, right? Still, maybe there's a chance I just imagined it, huh? But anyway, I remember it came from somewhere behind me. From somewhere behind you? Is something the matter, Mr. Wright? Amir's memory isn't the most accurate, but if what he says is true, then there's definitely something there. Something, you say? What might you mean? A contradiction? Yeah, I think so. Although, I don't know. There's just something strange about his testimony. I don't see any decisive evidence in the court record that can help. Do you mean to say you found a contradiction that cannot be supported by the evidence?
Objection!
My lord, this line of interrogation is a complete waste of the court's time.
Defender, I must warn you, from here on, any unnecessary questioning will be dealt with accordingly.
Oh, that's the gavel. His gavel's very big. If I don't answer correctly here, it's curtains for the trial and for Espella. If you are intent on finding fault in this witness's testimony, you will need to present decisive evidence to back up your claims. There's not one single piece of decisive evidence in the court record. What do I do now? Mr. Wright. Mr. Layton! I have an idea. I believe there is a weapon, of sorts, with which you may be able to expose this contradiction without the need of evidence. A weapon? Now, Defender, give us an answer. Yes, Your Honor. The defense finds that the witness's testimony contains a clear contradiction. Yeah, we are being set up for Demir Emir. Your Honor, the defense believes that there is a huge contradiction in the witness's testimony.
Objection!
He had to wind up for it. It had to be a really big stomp. What is this? You must be an even bigger fool than I thought, Sir Blue Knight. You really do not possess even a sliver of common sense, do you?
Objection!
Layton!
If I may interrupt for just a moment, Inquisitor Barnum. Allow me to ask you this. What need is there for common sense in a world that forgoes using it? Accordingly, I must humbly ask that you discard such a manner of thinking. Whatever do you mean? You have my utmost thanks for placing your trust in me, Mr. Wright. Let us discuss the one remaining weapon in this cross-examination. The remaining weapon. Layton looks so weird in 3D. I love him. I know, right? And because Layton and Luke's proportions are really cartoony, they look out of place next to Phoenix, who's meant to have like a more, not realistic precisely, but like
It's like standing a rubber hose cartoon character next to like a comic book hero and being like, you guys good? Honestly, it's like watching the worlds from Kingdom Hearts interact. Which is always a great time, where you've got like Jack Skellington next to like Aladdin, and you're like, you guys don't. Or like Simba. And you're just like, you don't. These don't. I don't know about this, man.
This trial has taught us a valuable new technique to be used in the courtroom, has it not?
You mean questioning, right, Professor?
Indeed it is, Luke. Each of the witnesses in this trial has given their own account of what occurred. Therefore, whenever one witness has testified, the other remaining witnesses have listened. That gives me an idea. In addition to catching a witness off guard and questioning them about another's testimony, there's one more thing. There's something else we can get from a 5-person cross-examination.
That's right, of course.
Indeed, Mr. Wright. Contradictions. Should one witness's testimony differ from another's testimony, then I suppose that in itself can be considered a contradiction, can it not? Testimony contradicting testimony. I never would have thought of that until now.
Yeah, because it's never come up. Witnesses don't do that. Then again, it does come up in a court of law, just not like that. Hey, Barnum, why don't you have even Bessigeuse? I guess that's arguably a badge over there, actually.
Enough! Sir Blue Knight, are you prepared to present to the court
evidence proving the contradiction within the witness's testimony?
The witness's testimony does not contradict any evidence.
It contradicts the testimony.
What are you talking about? It is time, Mr. Wright. Have a look at the touchscreen.
Oh, we're being tutorialized.
There you will see the testimony of the witness in question, as well as those of the other witnesses. Keep your eyes peeled and identify the contradicting testimony.
All right! Let's give this another shot, Nick! And make sure you don't forget to take a look at the court record, too. Okay. Can I just do this? Okay, so here's the thing. We're gonna look at the crime scene. The only person standing behind him is Kira. I'm pretty sure she's the witch anyways. And the only other person who could have called out anything is either Aspilla or Mary, and he did say it was a woman's voice, so... Can I do that? Both of us! Oh boy! The person contradicting this man's testimony
is none other than you, Miss Kira.
Are you both pointing at me? At the time of the incident, that man heard someone's voice call his name.
That voice belonged to you, Miss Kira. It could not have been anyone else.
And yet, in your testimony, you stated that you were in such shock during tonight's events that you couldn't even speak.
This is a clear contradiction.
I hope Layton's having fun being a lawyer.
Objection!
What? What is the meaning of this, Defender?
Can you really claim to trust this sham of a witness and his sham of a testimony? This man's character is beside the point. His testimony is anything but a sham. As he watched the flames erupt, his attention was drawn to a voice behind him, which in turn made him fall over.
He heard a woman's voice calling his name. A very concrete reason, and reason enough to believe his testimony.
Objection!
If this is as you say, then explain why you feel this witness is somehow responsible.
That's right. Why me? People barely hear me when I'm out selling my flowers. That's how soft my voice is. And besides, there was another woman at the scene, wasn't there?
Oh no, voicing her is difficult apparently. Or the judges. Well, one of them is. Gotta hydrate.
Me?
What are you getting at, young lady? Do you honestly think a woman my age would be out late at night in the forest flirting with questionable men? Besides, I didn't even know this pathetic man's name. How could I have called it out to him?
Well, neither did I. And even if I did know his name, do you really think he's the kind of guy any self-respecting girl would want?
Oh, come on, ladies. I'm standing right here, you know. As I was saying, the only person that guy could have heard from behind him was you, Miss Kira.
The defense wishes to present evidence to prove this claim. To accuse a witness like this young lady here, why, this is simply unheard of. I must warn you, defender. If you cannot prove your accusation to this court, you will see the underside of my gavel. Show us the evidence proving this young lady is the one who called out to this man at the time of the crime.
I don't think she called out. I think that she said the spell. But at the same time, I think maybe I have to establish facts. And facts are that she was standing behind him. I like to watch a lot of legal shenanigans and stuff because I think it's interesting to see them.
Take that!
Let's try here. Take a look at this and you'll have your answer.
This is the crime scene sketch.
You can see the position of each witness during the crime. The only person that he could have possibly have heard from behind him was none other than Miss Kira.
Objection!
Listen here, Sir Blue Knight. I will only tell you this one more time. A sham of witness yields only a sham of a testimony. That is all there is to it. Did you, in fact, see this flower girl's face?
You know, now that you mention it, seeing as I'd fallen down and all, I don't think I saw her face. Okay, but you heard her voice, right? Let me think. The voice came out of nowhere. It was kind of high-pitched, and I guess it kind of sounded like her. But I can't say whether or not it was this girl's voice.
And there you have it, Sir Blue Knight. Such a pity.
Huh? My lord, it is clear that the defense's claim is nothing but a pointless waste of the court's time. I recommend you deliver on to them a penalty befitting such behavior.
Indeed, Inquisitor. Ready yourself, defender. What is that laughter?
Pardon me, my lord. It looks like you finally arrived at a decision. That means this has nothing to do with me. Isn't that right, Inquisitor Barnum?
What are you saying?
Well, I'm saying that it's time for me to stop peddling testimony and go back to peddling flowers. I mean, look at all these flowers left over. It's going to take until sunrise to sell them if I stay here any longer. Or maybe, my lord, you and the rest of the court would be interested in buying me out? Buying my entire stock of flowers to help a girl out?
No, I don't think... I mean...
Then it's settled. Now if you'll excuse me, my apologies for the interruption.
Understood. The court will dismiss the witness. Well, Miss Kira, it would seem that you are beginning to show the court your true colors.
Oh? Whatever do you mean? Okay then, everyone. It looks like that's that.
Wait, you can't leave yet. This cross-examination isn't over.
Now that's funny. You say it isn't over, and yet the rest of the court seems to think otherwise. Isn't that right, Inquisitor Barnum?
The Inquisition maintains that the real witch is the accused, Espella Cantabella. This girl is nothing more than a witness. As such, the court cannot force her to stay against her will. This is bad. If they let her walk out now...
Nick! Do you think she could be the real witch? You really like throwing around accusations, don't you, Sir Defender? Well, let me spell it out for you one last time, so even you can understand. I didn't know this man's name at all before today. I still don't remember it. So, how could I have called out to him? Do you get it now? Now then, until we meet again, don't forget to buy some flowers on your way home, everyone.
Hold it.
Thanks, Layton!
One moment, please, Miss Kira.
Is there something else you wanted?
You don't seem to realize what you just let slip.
Well, what are you talking about?
This man testified that he heard his name called at the crime scene. However, you had no knowledge of his name at the time. Is that correct?
That's right. This weirdo was just imagining things. Like I said, I've already forgotten his name, even though he told it to us earlier.
There's just one problem, Miss Kira. Namely, what the voice he heard tonight was actually saying.
Huh?
What do you mean? That's obvious. It was a name, wasn't it? Now, what was that name again? Lord, I'm still here, you know.
You're saying that what this man heard tonight wasn't a name, but rather something else entirely? Indeed I am, Inquisitor Barnum. Something else.
Aha!
There's only one other thing it could be. It's a stretch, but the possibility is there. That's right, Mr. Wright. That single possibility is the key to solving this mystery.
Is the defense ready to present its evidence to the court?
This is ridiculous. I demand you let me go this instant.
Witness, what you're being accused of is not to be taken lightly. You will not leave this courtroom so long as any reasonable doubt remains.
Defender, you may present your evidence. Show the court what the voice was really saying to this man.
The wizard spell.
Take that!
Excuse me, mister. I'm sorry, what was your name again? You've, got a name that no one seems to be able to remember for some reason.
Hey! It's Amir! Me name's Amir, darn it! How many times have I got to say it?
No matter the number of times you say it, you do not look like an Emir.
Again, I only remember my most loyal customers' names, and he doesn't look like he could afford even a single daisy.
Come on, guys, stop kicking a guy when he's down!
Mr. Amir, what you heard tonight at the crime scene was not your name. Your name just so happens to sound like a certain other name. Another name? The answer is right here in this tome. I'm talking about Amir.
Amir?
What he actually heard at the time wasn't his own name. It was the name of the magical incantation.
What the?
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I was going for Demir, because that's... Well, whatever, we're good enough. Ms. Kira, have you forgotten what you said just a few minutes ago? You quite clearly stated that you didn't know this man's name.
Objection!
Sir Blue Knight, let me get this straight. You're saying that the Amir heard by the witness was actually said by this flower girl? And that it was not his name at all, but rather the incantation of a magical spell? The defense proposes the following. The true criminal, the supposed witch, is not the defendant, Mrs. Spella Cantabella.
But instead, the witness who was heard uttering the magic incantation. Ms. Kira, she's our witch. You used magic to vanish from the scene and tried to frame Ms. Cantabella instead. Go on, have your breakdown, girl. No!
Well, what just happened?
Is this fella really not a witch? Unbelievable! I've never heard anything like this! Inquisitor Barnum! Have those two really defeated Inquisitor Barnum?
An impressive display, Sir Blue Knight. It would seem you have finally managed to hone your blade. However, I believe that blade's edge is already beginning to dull. What do you mean? I'm referring to a contradiction, naturally.
Hey, that's my line. My lord, the Inquisition would like to set the record straight regarding what transpired this evening. Oh, come on, guys! Ah!
Very well, Inquisitor Barnum.
Sir Blue Knight, you claim the following. At the time of the crime, the accused, Espella Cantabella, was surrounded by 2 rogues. Then, in order to frame the accused as a witch, Miss Kira cast the spell Demir and made herself vanish. She then moved closer to the victims, at which point she cast Ignace, thus causing the incident seen by our witnesses tonight.
Indeed, that does seem to be the claim.
The problem is, what happened next? There is a contradiction in the defense's account of Miss Kira's movements. A contradiction in her movements? Allow me to continue. The witnesses have stated that they each ventured out towards the crime scene. Which is when Miss Kira, the witch, made her way to this point while still invisible. When she arrived at said spot, she then cast a mirror and reappeared to join the other witnesses. And there you have it. This is accurate, isn't it, Sir Blue Knight? That's correct. Then Mr. Amir heard her call his name. Well then, I have but one question that I would like you to answer. Why would a witch need to do such a thing? What do you mean? Supposing Miss Kira were a witch, she surely would not have made the conscious decision to reappear when she did. One would imagine she would remain hidden and flee the crime scene. Quite right! That's what I'd do if I was a witch! Given that point, there would be no viable reason for her to recite the incantation. In other words, it's inconceivable that this flower seller, Miss Kira, could be the witch. She's definitely the witch. Where are her glasses? Well, what just happened? Is Kira not really a witch? Inquisitor Barnum just turned this entire trail right around. Just what I'd expect from Labyrinthia's Sword of Justice. Glasses are evil. No, they're not. They're cute, and they're great. She's having a breakdown.
That's right. You all heard it. It's just as Inquisitor Barnum said. Me, a witch.
She's getting voice lines, chat. She's getting voice lines. And her hair came down. Not good. She's completely bounced back onto her feet. Oh, we were so close too. I can't believe Inquisitor Barnum. Can't he see it? You just have to take one good look at her. It's obvious she's the real witch here. Remember, Mr. Wright, at times like this, a cool head will prevail. Mr. Layton, I'm sure you have had to fight your way out of circumstances such as these many times before. That's true. That is true facts. This situation is no different. As a defense attorney, what would you usually do at such a time? I'd look in the court record to see what I have. She lost her glasses setting somebody on fire, I bet. What would I usually do? Of course. There's only one thing that can get me out of a situation like that. I've got to flip this case on its head and think outside the box.
It would seem that the defense has nothing further to add.
Why, of course. That's because everyone knows the truth. They know that this girl right here is the real witch. That settles it then. Go ahead and deliver your final verdict, my lord.
Objection!
Come on, Phoenix! Help a girl out! The situation is exactly as you described, Inquisitor Barnum. It really doesn't make much sense for the witch to have used a mirror. Regardless, the defense still maintains that Miss Kira did utter that incantation and make herself reappear. Now the question is, for what reason? If she really didn't have to use that spell, then why use it in the first place? If I can find the answer to that question, then this entire case will start to unravel. Most fascinating. Very well. Allow us to hear this theory of yours. Tell the court why it was necessary for the witch to appear at the crime scene. She definitely lost her glasses. Well, we're still in the game. Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth. Thanks for the Sherlock Holmes. Oh, she's doing the villain breakdown pose. The reason Miss Kira reappeared at the scene of the crime was to cover up her crime. Can't think of any other possibility. This has to be the answer. Isn't it obvious? She was trying to cover up her own crime. Oh, is that right? Tell me, why would she do that? Well, just give me a minute. I'm getting to that part. That will not be necessary, Sir Blue Knight. Think about it. What would she have to hide? Oh, come on. Her glasses. If no one could have seen her to begin with.
You heard the good Inquisitor. No matter how you look at it, there'd be no reason for me to reappear. Assuming I was the criminal, that is.
Objection!
I can't figure this out. I can! I've got this! I've got this! Come on, let me have this! This game had better let me have this! Pardon the interruption, but that's not necessarily the case. Mr. Layton! Oh, that's a villain breakdown pose if ever I saw one. She's holding her bonnet and everything. Explain yourself, Sir Top Hat. You have stated that Miss Kira had no reason to reappear. However, the situation changed and it became necessary for her to show herself. Isn't that right, Miss Kira?
Huh? What are you talking about? I have no idea what you mean.
It would seem the defense must clarify...
Oop. I clicked too fast. The defense must clarify itself, I guess. Mr. Wright, I believe that Miss Kira did not intend to reveal herself at the crime scene. Rather, that something occurred which forced this young lady to make herself reappear. What was so important she had to reappear and risk being spotted?
Defender! Tell the court what would have been at the... Blech. Why it would have been necessary for the witch to reappear at the crime scene.
Oh, conveniently, it's already highlighted the glasses that I wanted to
Take
put.
that!
Miss Kira, you usually wear glasses, is that correct?
Huh?
Stop eating your flowers, girl!
It's like I already told you. I lost my glasses a few days ago.
Are you absolutely sure about that? Or did you not, in fact, lose them tonight, during the crime?
Oh, of course not.
Stop eating your flowers, girl! Perhaps you accidentally dropped them while you were committing the crime. Then, as you were attempting to make your escape, you noticed they were gone. Therefore, you made yourself reappear in order to search for your missing glasses.
No!
Objection!
How absurd! Such baseless conjecture! What you propose is fundamentally flawed. What do you mean? Let us assume, hypothetically, that the witch did in fact drop this evidence. That does not explain what purpose it would serve for her to make herself reappear. Would it still make more sense? It would still make more sense for her to escape under cover of darkness.
Objection!
Unfortunately, Inquisitor Barnum, such a plan was simply not possible. What? Mr. Wright, do you understand what I'm suggesting? Yes! He means the reason Miss Kira made herself reappear at the crime scene. Okay, this is it.
Defender, enlighten us! Why did the witness feel the need to make herself reappear?
She couldn't find them! They're not broken, they're in inventory. And nobody found them. She couldn't find them. The answer is simple, Your Honor. She couldn't find her glasses. She could not find them. If you've noticed, she's still not wearing her glasses right now.
Objection!
Hold on a moment, Sir Blue Knight. What does that have to do with anything?
That's right. It doesn't change a single thing.
Objection!
That's where you're wrong. In fact, it changes things quite a bit. Tonight, the two victims were engulfed by flames, courtesy of a magic spell. The very instant, 4 witnesses saw the flames erupt at the scene. It was at that point that something you didn't expect occurred. You suddenly lost your glasses. They are only pince-nez, so that's very possible. That's right. You were scared that if your glasses were discovered at the scene of the crime, you would be suspected of being a witch. That's fair. What foolishness. Even if her glasses were found, she could simply have explained that she dropped them there days before the crime happened.
Objection!
I'm afraid that's not a possibility, Inquisitor Barnum. What did you say? If you recall, it had been raining quite heavily at the crime scene beforehand. Had she stated she dropped her glasses before the crime, then naturally, one would expect the glasses to be soaked in water and covered in mud. However, the rain had already stopped at the time the crime itself was committed. In other words, one look at a pair of clean, dry glasses would reveal that she dropped them later, thus implicating her as the witch.
No!
I should have known! I was perfecting my rainfall rending technique in the forest, and not once during that rainfall did I see that flower maiden traveling along the nearby path. That's not all. In order to frame Miss Cantabella as the witch, you needed to leave this witch's scepter behind at the scene of the crime.
I see. That would be the most definitive evidence that she is the witch.
The objective here was to have somebody else discover the staff at the scene.
Alas, that person was I.
However, no doubt you came to realize that one cannot deduce which spells were used simply by examining the magic gems on the scepter. In this case, one can see that the witch must have used Demir to vanish from sight and make her escape, or one can deduce the spells by the magic stones. That is why, Miss Kira, you were left with no option but to reappear at the crime scene. That was the only way for you to avoid suspicion if someone were to discover your glasses at the crime scene. By reappearing, you'd be able to explain that you simply dropped your glasses when you rushed to see what had happened. What do you have to say to that, Miss Kira? She get voice lines?
You know,
She got voice
I've
lines.
let you both ramble on and on, but playtime is over.
All right.
So that's it, then? I'm a witch because I dropped my glasses? I must have said it how many times now? I lost my glasses days ago. Were you even listening? I'll say it again. Over 1,000,000 times! I lost my glasses! I lost my glasses! Do you like evidence, Sir Defender? Do you love proof, Sir Top Hat? Then prove I dropped my glasses at the crime scene. Ha! You can't prove it! In other words,
We can, actually.
you lose.
I'll tell you we can.
That is correct. Proving such a thing would indeed be impossible. To prove that the witness dropped her glasses at the crime scene. What say you, Inquisitor Barnum?
Pretty sure that they dropped them in the, that she dropped them in the bucket of milk. At least I thought she had. Oh wait, do we still not have them? Oh! Oh, they're just in the milk. We still don't have them. Okay, never mind. 'Tis indeed a question of proof, my lord. These glasses have been missing from the very beginning. The Knights of the Inquisition found no trace of these glasses anywhere near the crime scene. Therefore, the witness cannot in any way be accused of being a witch.
You heard the man. But we were so close. That girl is a witch. Anyone can see that.
You're right, Luke, she is.
What should we do, Professor?
Well, it would seem the young lady has finished what she had to say. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Wright? Yeah, it certainly looks that way, Mr. Layton.
What's with that face? Do you find something funny here?
It is as you said, Inquisitor Barnum. Explain. The defense raises just one further question. Why were you unable to find those glasses?
What do you mean?
You must have searched the area quite thoroughly looking for them. And yet, even now, the Knights have been unable to locate those glasses. Did you ever wonder why? Yes, that has become quite the mystery. Surely they must be around somewhere. The glasses were lost to the wolves. That's the only explanation. There is still one remaining place that you haven't searched tonight.
Huh? Well, what did you say?
The glasses were supposedly not found at the crime scene, leaving only one other possible place. What is this? You two. Have at you, Sir Blue Knight. Draw your blade and reveal to the court where the glasses are supposedly hiding. Looks like I've somehow managed to make it through my first witch trial. It all comes down to this final piece of evidence. Time to clear up this case once and for all. I leave the rest in your capable hands, Mr. Wright. The piece of evidence pointing to the one place not searched tonight is...
the milk bucket! They're in the bucket!
Tonight, there was one thing that was carried away from the crime scene right under everyone's noses.
Carried away?
I'm speaking, of course, about this. That's the milk bucket that disappeared from the crime scene. Thus far, the defense's claim that the glasses were dropped at the crime scene has been regarded as mere speculation. However, if Miss Kira, we find your glasses within the contents of this milk bucket, then our mere speculation will suddenly become fact.
Tee-hee!
What manner of witchery?
What are you talking about? You're crazy, just crazy! No way could my glasses be inside that stupid bucket! That's just impossible!
How about we quit with the speculation and actually find out? What do you say, Inquisitor Barnum?
That's just a waste of the court's time! Don't listen to them! Don't!
'Tis mandated that the Knights of the Inquisition investigate any and all possibilities during the course of a trial. My lord, the Inquisition requests that this milk bucket be searched immediately. Very well. Oh! What?
He pulled glasses out of the milk bucket! It's a magic trick.
Miss Kira, as you can see, your glasses have been found inside the milk bucket. The truth is out. Nothing you say can change that now. Which leads us to the next question. Specifically, a question of when. When did you drop your glasses into the milk bucket? What?
Why is this happening? This whole thing is ridiculous. The answer is obvious, isn't it? I dropped them afterwards. After I ran over to see the fire. I took a tiny peek inside that milk bucket. That's when they fell in.
Don't be stupid, child.
Snowy and I were at the scene first. We made sure to take that milk bucket before anyone else could get their grubby little hands on it. We weren't even going to let a single soul get anywhere near our sweet, creamy bucket of deliciousness. You can bet my farm on that. Each of these 4 witnesses has stated that they heard the spell Ignace being cast at the time of the incident. According to the Grand Grimoire, Ignace summons a circle of flame within a 1-meter radius of the caster. In other words, the real witch must have been at Miss Cantabella's side at the time of the incident. Indeed. That's when the glasses fell into the milk bucket. Therefore, there's only one logical conclusion. Only one person who could be the true witch.
Miss Kira, you are the real witch.
Oh! Oh no! Oh no, girl! Your basket!
What a very strange trial this has been. From the very beginning, we have all paid witness to the most unusual set of circumstances. A baker turned defender, a surprise extra witness, and now a not guilty verdict for the accused. Never have I seen such a spectacle.
Is this really happening? The girl inside the cage. You mean she's the real witch? But what about the Espella Cantabella girl?
Miss Kira,
She's not doing well, because we are about to kill her.
tell us why. Why were you trying to frame Miss Cantabella?
She's not doing well.
You could easily have escaped the crime scene without a trace. There was no reason to frame anyone. This crime was a result of nothing but your overwhelming ill intent.
To frame a person as a witch is to condemn that person to death by fire. Surely you must know this. So why Espella Cantabella?
She got... Oh, there we
I
go.
don't have any idea what it feels like to be a witch.
What it feels like.
I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask for these powers, but I have them. And now here I am, begging for my life. I was living such a peaceful life until now. Selling flowers, getting scolded by my boss for not selling enough of them. That's why I was trying to put an end to these trials once and for all.
Put an end to the trials.
You all know what I mean? The one condition written in the story that will end these witch trials.
When the great witch Bezella has been put to the flames and vanquished from this world, these trials will come to an end.
Oh, okay.
This was my chance to finally end all this. At least that's what I thought. The sun had begun to set on that lonely forest path, and there wasn't a soul in sight. I always carried my hidden Telea Magica with me in case of a moment like this. I used my magic to expose that girl for what she really is. If I had been successful, then all these trials would finally end, and I could go on living my peaceful life.
What? What are you saying? Am I hearing this correctly? Are you actually accusing Espella Cantabella?
Why do you think no one has ever seen the legendary Great Witch? It's because she's been hidden in our midst the entire time. She's protected. She's hidden from us. It's all part of the story.
Part of the story?
Girl!
Objection!
Barton, what do you got to tell us?
That's enough! Speak no more. A witch's existence cannot be justified.
No, please. I know you've all noticed it too. You could end this. All of this. That girl. It's all because of that girl. I beg you. Please. Please release me. Knights of the Court, isn't it your duty to protect the people of this town? Give me another chance.
Girl, you set 2 people on fire.
Wrong. Tis indeed a knight's duty to protect. We are impelled to protect the citizens of Labyrinthia against you and your ilk. The reason you were offered my protection until now was because your guilt was uncertain. There was the possibility that you were not a witch. The circumstances were such that it seemed another was guilty.
Oh no. Oh no, Barnum, no.
That possibility has since disappeared, and your innocence along with it. You now find yourself at the other end of my sword. Vile witch, enemy of Labyrinthia, may the fires purge you from this land.
Hold it! Please wait! Stop! Please just stop this!
Spella!
If it means putting an end to these horrible trials. Let me take her place. Let me be Bezella. Send me to the flames. But please, if it would save her life.
This trial has proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that this flower seller, Kira, is a witch. And according to the law, all those found to be witches will be executed.
Poor Espella.
Did he say executed? He can't mean...
Phoenix, this should not be a surprise to you! You are a lawyer! You are a lawyer in Japan! Do you know what the penalty for murder in Japan is? They have the death penalty! They do that! Even in Phoenix's world, they do that! That is expressly a thing that's done. There are ghosts about it. In the second game, we fight ghosts about it. We're like, oh, who's that? Oh, sorry, in the third game. But still, we fight ghosts about it. Technically in the second game also. We fight ghosts about it a lot, alright? Sometimes people go to jail and they get executed for their crime. And then we're like, oh, wow, cool. Why is their ghost possessing somebody? That seems like a step up for them, not down.
This is most unsettling.
Leighton, on the other hand, sure, bud. But they have been saying they feed them to the flames. It's okay, Espella, it's fine. Ooh, it's animated, chat!
No!
No! Don't do this!
Huh? Listen to me! Don't let her fool you! Espella is the Great Witch! Hear me! There's no time to waste! She's Bezella! Take her! And then these witch trolls will be no more!
Girl, that's metal. That sure is a noise. So far, we've always managed to pull off a win and get a not guilty verdict. But winning has never felt this depressing. Oh, Espella, are you alright?
Yes. I just want to thank all of you. You all came to my rescue yet again.
Well, yeah, of course we did.
Hold on a sec, Espella. What did you say just now? You all came to my rescue yet again. You don't mean... Yes, I remember everything. I remember the last trial. I suppose that makes this the second time we've met, and the second time all of you have helped me.
Mr. Wright, am I to infer that you and Espella have met before? Yeah, it seems that way. You too, Mr. Leighton. Perhaps it would be best if we briefed each other on what has transpired. Okay. What should we discuss? Alright, chat. We're gonna talk about what we did. And then this also will help all of you, too, because it's been a while since we played this. Espella paid us a visit in London. She had in her possession a letter from an old acquaintance of mine. Is that right?
Mr. Accidenti! I helped drive Espella straight out of Labyrinthia! You both kept me safe from the witches that were chasing me. Wait, did you say witches? So they appeared in London too.
Regrettably, I'm unable to say that our protection was absolute. When we saw you last, it seemed you'd managed to escape, courtesy of that passing freighter.
Oh, yeah, that's right. What happened to you after that, Espella? I rode the ship along the river for a while, before arriving at a nearby port. And then... that's when I met Mr. Wright and Maya.
Okay, what should we discuss?
I didn't know where their ship would end up. I felt very lonely out there.
Please accept my sincerest apologies. I'm afraid there was nothing else I could do to prevent it.
No, please don't blame yourself, Mr. Layton. I just didn't know what to do, so I tried to look for something, anything on that ship that might help me. Boy, you sure found something all right. Or rather, someone. You ran into a master thief working as part of the ship's crew. Yes, that's right. Did you say master thief? Crikey, that's amazing!
I wouldn't exactly say it was amazing.
Well, after that, I was taken to court, and that's when Mr. Wright helped me.
I see. Then perhaps, somewhere deep within your mind must have existed a memory of that previous trial, and of Mr. Wright. Hence why you thought to seek out his help when you found yourself in such an unfortunate situation this evening.
That makes sense. After all, Nick did make legal history that day in jolly old England. Did you say he made history? Wow, that's incredible, right, Professor?
I wouldn't exactly say I made history.
But then, after that, I was never able to find my way back to the professor. Even after I went through the pains of finding that clue, I ended up being taken away. It ended up taken away from me.
A clue, you say?
Yes, the tag that was hanging around the neck of that sweet little stuffed toy.
That tag was a clue? A clue for what? Okay, what should we discuss? Tell us about that toy.
I had a lot of time to think while I was on that ship. I thought about a lot of things. Like how to try and find a way back once the ship arrived at its destination. Things like that. Find a way back? A way back to Mr. Layton and Luke. They were the only ones I knew I could depend on to help me.
Oh, the pleasure was ours, Espella.
But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't remember the name of the town where they lived. Huh? You mean London, Espella? Oh, that's it. London. That's what was written in Carmine's letter to Mr. Layton. The blue teddy bear I found in that room was wearing a tag around its neck.
Sorry, Espella, but PC Badger looks nothing like a teddy bear.
On the tag, in very small letters, was written London. I recognized the name of the town. I thought it might be an address.
Oh, that's because that stuffed toy was used in a special promotion run by the London Metropolitan Police.
Oh, that's right! Espella, you must have known that address was super important, so that's why you kept the tag, right? Well, that way you could meet up with Mr. Layton and Luke again. I just felt so lonely and helpless. I wonder, though, who did you think really did it? Hit Olivia over the head with a pipe, I mean.
What's this? Oh, yeah, I guess we never did find out who the real culprit was. I do believe that may have some connection to the group of witches.
What? You mean the witches that were chasing us through London?
Indeed. It could be that they noticed your escape onto that ship and managed to infiltrate their own way aboard.
Could it be? So you're saying there was some big scary witch lurking around the inside of that cargo hold?
I'm afraid there is a rather high possibility that that was the case. Those witches were intent on seeing you brought back to Labyrinthia, no matter what. However, in order to do so, they had to make certain that you did not become entangled in any situation that may stall your capture. Ah, in other words, the situation with Miss Al Dente, you mean? Precisely.
They must have knocked that crew member unconscious and attempted to... Oh, whoops, wrong voice. Wrong person!
They must have knocked that crew member unconscious and attempted to recapture Espella before the police could arrive. However, their plan was clearly foiled, given that you ended up in court regardless. And that's when she became my client.
I just can't clearly remember anything that happened back then.
Do you think there's a possibility that someone was pulling Espella's strings through the entire trial?
Hey, maybe you're right. There was something a little strange about Espella at the time.
Mr. Wright, Espella was introduced to you at the time as a schoolgirl, is that correct?
Yes.
She would have had no knowledge of the world outside of Labyrinthia. That being the case, having her stand in an English courtroom as she was would pose a serious problem. Meaning that someone must have been attempting to cover up Espella's identity.
What? But Professor, could someone really do that?
They could indeed, Luke. And, if it is as I suspect, I believe our adversaries may be far more powerful than we originally thought. Just exactly who or what are we dealing with here?
Lot of hypnosis going around, chat. Hey guys, let's head back to the bakery for now. I bet the boss is waiting for us with one heck of a pastry feast. Oh, actually, I can't go home just yet. Huh? You can't? Aww. Well, there are still a couple of legal procedures to be taken care of before I can go home. Please, you all go on ahead without me. Espella, you are like Maya. If we leave you alone for 5 minutes, you are going to be on trial for murder again.
Is that so? Very well.
I really must thank you all. Thank you so much for everything. You are like some terrible combination of all of the worst parts of Maya and Edgeworth. You're going to be out here being like, I must confess to a crime. I am the Great Witch Bazella. I think, probably. I must have done it. No one else could have done it. Now I'm also on trial for murder, inexplicably. Alrighty then, Espella. We'll catch you later. Yes. Farewell for now.
Mr. Wright, please, allow me the pleasure of a proper introduction. My name is Herschel Layton. I'm a professor of archaeology in London.
That is not technically true. Fun fact about Professor Layton, his name is not actually Herschel. But we don't know that because the prequel games, I think the prequel games had come out by now, but fun fact. Yeah, absolutely, I can keep you company.
A professor? Huh?
Well, my name's Phoenix Wright. I'm an attorney.
As I suspected, you were no ordinary baker after all, Mr. Wright.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty weird myself, to be honest. I mean, I really did believe I'd been a baker all my life. But the more everyone kept saying it, the less sure I was that that was actually true.
Just where did that memory come from, anyway?
Hey, Professor! If Mr. Wright is an attorney, that must mean that he's as smart as you, right?
I'm afraid I can't really say, Luke.
Layton! Layton, I don't know if that's a burn on purpose, but man, that's... Oh boy. But... behind every ace attorney, there's an even smarter, not to mention beautiful, witty, and utterly amazing ace assistant.
I think you also forgot humble.
My name's Luke Triton. I'm the professor's apprentice. I'm Maya Fey, and Nick here is my apprentice. Isn't that right, Nicky boy?
Nicky boy?
Hey, wait, why am I your apprentice? Anyway, we should all head back to the bakery. Let's get a move on. I'm sure Espella will be back before we know it.
I would not get your hopes up about that, Sir Blue Knight.
Inquisitor Barnum?
Most impressive work tonight. 'Tis a shame you have kept such ability hidden until now.
Trust me, Nick's lawyer abilities beat the pants off his baking abilities any day of the week.
Okay, moving on. What do you mean by that, Inquisitor? Why can't Espella go home? New charges have been brought against Mrs. Espella Cantabella.
What? No way! That can't be right!
You have realized it, haven't you? She's being charged under suspicion of being the Great Witch Bezella.
She what?
How can that be? Am I to assume that charge is based purely on Miss Kira's accusation? It was not I who made the decision.
Huh?
Regardless, the girl will return to court at the appointed time for further trial. Until then, I am to seek out any and all evidence pertaining to the Great Witch. Pardon me, Inquisitor. When exactly is this appointed time? The investigation into the allegation will conclude on the day of the storyteller's next parade. That would be 2 weeks from today. Following our investigations into the matter, the trial of the Great Witch shall proceed.
What the?
It would appear that the girl has been withholding a dark secret from you all.
Espella.
Espella Cantabella's questioning is set to begin shortly. That means visiting hours are over. I recommend you leave immediately.
What did I tell you, chat? Not more than 5 minutes.
Espella, the legendary Great Witch Bezella? The story dictates the fate of the entire town, and now a so-called Great Witch named Bezella. Most intriguing. It would seem to be up to us to uncover the answers to these mysteries.
But how are we supposed to manage it all in 2 weeks? Where are we going to find any evidence? You know, I was thinking, how do you address a Great Witch? Hail to thee, O magnificent magical one? Or maybe just, what's up, witchy baby?
What difference would it make? She's called a Great Witch. That's not someone I'd ever want to meet. I believe I've thought of a solution to our problem. It's actually rather simple.
Professor Layton?
Allow me to explain, Mr. Wright. The only way we may be able to solve this mystery of this town and its residents is if we join forces.
He's right. We've come this far. There's no way we're just gonna give up on Espella. Okay, I'm on board. I look forward to teaming up with you, Professor. Me too. Me too, Luke. Me too, Maya.
Now then, shall we press on? This marks the beginning of our own story. One dictated by ourselves and written by our own hands.
Cool, can I save yet? Oh, thank heavens. Chat, when I say thank heavens, you must understand that what I mean is less thank heavens and more oh darn, that's worth peekerats. And more thank heavens as in I, the scientist, have put the giant beast back in his holding cell. Yes, I would like to save, please. Thank you. Good gravy, that was a lot of work. Okay, it is finally time for the end screen. Chapter 3 is called The Great Witch, but we'll get there when we get there. We've already saved. Luke, I think we have to kill this guy. No, he expressly did not want to kill this guy. Anyway, it is now closing time. And we hope you enjoyed your visit to the Octopus Enclosure! We're gonna go find somebody to raid into. So let's go on an adventure. Let's go on an adventure. Let's go on an adventure and see who we can raid. See who we can raid. See who we can raid. Let's go on an adventure and see who we can raid. Do 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 do. Yes, let's go see Lemo doing Lemo stuff. It's Splatoon 3 stuff. Whip, beep. Alright, that is it for tonight, everybody. I will see you all tomorrow. We're going off to see Lemo. Do Splatoon things. Splatoon things are fun and silly and fun. Alright. Thanks for playing along with me, everybody!